세계 최강 여자 양궁 대표팀의 임시연, 안산, 강채영 선수는 8월 20일 프랑스 파리의 앵발리드 공원에서 열린 2023 현대 양궁 월드컵 4차 파리 대회 여자 단체전 결승에서 대만을 6대2로 물리치고 우승했습니다. 여자 대표팀은 이달 초 열린 2023 베를린 세계 양궁 선수권 대회 단체전에서 1회전에 패배하며 탈락해서 아쉬움을 남겼지만 월드컵 단체전 금메달로 부활한 모습을 보여주며 자존심을 회복했습니다. 내년에 있을 파리올림픽에서 좋은 성적을 기대해도 좋을 것 같습니다. 그럼 여자 단체전 결승 대만과의 경기 하이라이트 보시겠습니다. 구독과 좋아요는 영상을 만드는데 큰 힘이 됩니다.
On target number 1, representing the Republic of Korea, Ansan.
So already it's not going to be a repeat of that previous final where Korea beat Chinese Taipei with 6-0.
Let's not write the Koreans off just yet, though, hey?
No. But it does give Chinese Taipei a little bit of a, a confidence boost. They know that they can get points against the Korean team, and hopefully they can keep this going and make this a very exciting match to watch. This is why it was so important for Taipei to capitalize on that first end of Korea, where they needed to, get their side settings right and get into the match a little bit. Because there's a very good likelihood that the Korean team won't shoot that many bad arrows anymore.
Chinese Taipei ahead in the race, though.
I mean, purely technically speaking, they at this point on tie every set and walk away with the match win.
So we come back through the second rotation for the Koreans. And if you tuning into archery for the first time, the teams work in a set system. Recurve archery is based on a set system, so each set is self-contained. If you win the set, you get 2 set points. Draw it, you get 1. And the target both teams are going after for this gold medal is 5 set points.
It's always interesting to see how casual the Korean team is communicating with each other. It's almost as if this is just another practice round for them. Even though obviously they're not leading the match, they're actually trailing in this case. It doesn't seem like they're very stressed about it. It just seems like they're doing their normal routine, and they almost approach this as if it's a practice session.
Got to give it to Chinese Taipei. They're the first team to take any set points off Korea in the competition. Korea came through Denmark, Spain and Mexico, winning every single match 6-0.
And the concrete themselves are the stands, so it looks like the real thing.
Well, this being for a World Cup stage win, just has that little added element. Korea, having that arrow marked up in the second set, have leveled up on score as An San begins set number 3.
Quite a long hold for Kang Chae-young there, longer than what we're used to seeing from her at least. And Lim Si-hyun unfazed by the insect that was flying around her face when she was at full draw. Again, in the background, the Korean team, it's almost as if they're having a little thumb wrestling match in the background.
Well, a troublesome 8 in those that first rotation for Chinese Taipei. You don't want to shoot an 8 at any time, but when you're up against Korea, well, it usually means it's curtains for the set.
Yeah, and the thing in this situation is that Korea can just put this set out of reach, and then the team of Chinese Taipei will have 3 arrows to, you know, get back into their rhythm, but they know that those 3 arrows are not going to matter if Korea manages to shoot a 10 in the next arrow.
All on the shoulders of the newbie to the team, Lim Si-hyun. Puts it right in the middle of the target, and that means the set points will go to the Korean team and they will take the lead. Like you say, Chinese Taipei will still shoot these 3 arrows. They're going to kind of put the set out of their mind, haven't they, and just rehearse for set number 4.
Yeah, and maybe that's the reason that this arrow goes into the 8 ring, because it kind of misses that, you know, little bit of pressure to perform well in the second rotation. But you can really use these arrows to, you know, gauge the circumstances, gauge what you need to do to hit the middle. What happens if you just shoot a relaxed shot without any pressure? Where does it hit? So you can adjust your sight to that, or you can adjust your shooting. So it's kind of like almost like a little practice and like half a practice set. Powerful or explosive, as we saw in the rest of the match from her, but that does give Korea quite a big door to walk through, I would say.
By their incredibly high standards, Korea have had a tricky season, let's call it. I don't want to call it a bad season, but not, you know, they're not regularly getting golds as we've got used to.
No, and I think this tournament they've so far showed that they're still very much a team that you should, well, I wouldn't say be afraid of, but a team that you should be wary of, maybe.
Focused and driven to beat. You need to be absolutely 100% in the match from the beginning against Korea. And looks like they are back to their very best. In fact, we are going to see all the gold medal matches competed here in this team session between Korea and Chinese Taipei. Things unraveling here for Chinese Taipei and Chu Yiqing.
Yeah, and at this point for the Taipei team, you kind of know that even if you were to shoot 2 10s, the chance of Korea shooting another 28 to then get the match win is very likely. So all you can do at this point is shoot 2 10s and hope for the best.
8 or 9.
Well, a measured arrow for a 53. Let's be optimistic for Chinese Taipei and say that's a 54. Well, 28 will be more than enough in the second rotation for Korea. Kang Chae-young just taking a little bit of time there.
Yeah, typically speaking, they have plenty of time because they're fairly quick shooters, all of them. So as you can see on the clock, they have 26 seconds left now. And if you would divide the time in 6, you would have 20 seconds per arrow. So they're quicker than what they need to be.
This for the win. Into the 10, and after going 2 set points behind, Korea have come out on top in the compound.
이제 강한 햇빛 아래서 시합을 했는데 굉장히 재밌게 경기를 했던 것 같고, 그리고 뭔가 이기는 게 당연한 건 없었지만 그래도 저희가 노력해서 이룬 결과이기 때문에 덕분에 정말 감사하다고 생각하고 있습니다.
오늘의 승리는 그 세계선수권 대회 이후에 꼭 필요한 승리였다고 생각하는데 한국팀이 다시 정상 궤도에 올랐다고 생각하십니까?
네. 언니들하고 이렇게 또 한 번 금메달을 따게 돼서 너무 기쁘고요. 앞으로 열심히 해서 아시안 게임까지 열심히 하겠습니다.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Gold medal, Republic of Korea.
Back on top. Triple Olympic champion An Sang, Kang Chae-young, and the newbie to the team, Lim Se-hyun. Back with gold medals around their necks here in Paris. Korea back on top. I'm Karen Bashir, and joining me as ever, Dutch Olympic archer Chef Van den Berg. But before we get to